Hi guys, my name is Srinura and we're going to make the dough for the pizza. You will need self-raising flour and some baking powder, a bowl and some salt and water, and a cheese block.
And you'll be needing some sausages or any topping you have, and if you want you can put some pineapples and stuff.
We're using Chinese honey sausages, but you can just use whatever you have, and 2 onions if you like, or anything you have at home. Hi guys, to make the dough, we need 2 cups of self-raising flour.
If you don't have self-raising flour, we can use flour and add some baking powder to it. So we are using 2 cups of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, because we don't have any self-raising flour at the moment.
And 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
If you do have self-raising flour, do not add baking powder.
1 and 2. You're gonna mix it with a fork, and then you're gonna add 2 pinches of salt, and then mix that all together well, and then add the water little by little and stir it with a fork. And if you find there's less water, you can just add some more water. If you find like it's very sticky, just add some flour.
I'm going to cut the pineapple, so you could just move the pineapple away from the plate, get 1 pineapple and put it here, and then you could just cut it however you want.
It got a little bit too floury, so I just started to add a little bit of water until it comes together. And then once it comes together, you start kneading it with your hands. If the fork gets too sticky with the dough, just scrape it off like that with your hands, and then just start mixing again. So since it came to the consistency we need it now, I'm gonna flour my hands like this. I'm just gonna rub it together like I'm washing my hands. And now we're ready to knead the dough. So all you do is just like push it out and then push it back in. Push it out, push it back in until we get it like no lumpy and it's very smooth. And keep on turning the dough, because otherwise you're just gonna make gluten.
And meanwhile, my little one, Srinuk, is grating some cheese. He has already chopped the pineapple, and I'm gonna slice the onion. And we have a really busy kitchen at the moment.
If your dough gets very sticky to the bowl, hold it on like your other hand, get some flour and just sprinkle it into the bowl so it makes it less sticky.
And use the knife to cut the dough into 4 pieces, or lots of pieces if you want. And then you'll just cut it into 4 like that and that. And I'll show you, and be really careful with the knife. It doesn't have to be very accurate too.
Very careful using the knife.
Huh?
Watch out your fingers. Yeah.
We got 4 even pieces.
So we can make 4 pieces.
And then you just want to pop it into the bowl again.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna cut this 5 sausages into even slices. It doesn't really matter if you cut it like straight down or like in an angle. It doesn't really matter because they're both the same.
I'm going to be cutting the last sausage, so you could just do whatever cut you want. So I'm just going to cut it straight or diagonal or something.
Put some oil in the pan. Now you put your light, or if you don't have one, just put it on your fan to pour, and just like turn this onion. We're going to put the onions in first.
Careful when you put the onion in the pan.
Just like spread it out onto the oil. Be careful because oil will start spraying at you at some point like now. So you've got to be very careful. Just put your heat on high heat. Or if you want, you can just put it low heat, medium heat, anything. We're just going to add some salt. Just roughly half. And now we're going to get the paprika. We're going to add the sausages.
I'm going to be rolling the dough, but before you put the dough, you want to get some flour, put it on the board, spread it around, and get the bowl, and then you can just press it with your hands first, and get the roller, and then you just want to roll it. So you could roll it if it's thick. If you want it thick, you could do it thick. And I'm just gonna be, if it's sticking onto the thing, you could just get a little bit more flour, put it on, and you could just like put it there and just keep on rolling.
Right. So now we have made the dough and my little one has rolled it out. So we put the pan on medium heat and
We're going to put the dough and put it in there,
Yeah.
and then my mom's just going to fix it because kids are not allowed to burn their hands. And we're going to leave that to rest for like about 15
yeah.
to 60 minutes.
So we're gonna so we're gonna cook this pizza base until we can see the little bubbles popping up on the top. And when the bubbles popping up, we're gonna turn it over to the other side.
So to hold the dough like this, you can check under, and you can see that one hand's up and one hand's upside down.
And I can see a little bubbles popping up now, so I'm gonna turn it over. So that's how pizza is gonna look like. Now we're gonna put the topping, alright. So I'm gonna do the topping for the boys because they are not allowed in the hot pan. So I'm gonna put some cheese on the top and my topping, which is some sausages. Right. So I just added some cheese and my sausages topping. I think our pizza is nearly ready. It's only gone like 2 minutes now. So I'm going to put my pizza on there. Our pizza's ready.
So I'm going to put some pineapples on the pizza. So like when my brother cuts it, you know how to like put the pineapples on the cuts. And then my brother's going to cut it with a pizza cutter. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you could use a normal knife.
So we're going to cut it into even slices like this because it already has lines for it. We're just going to cut it for 6 even slices so we can eat it. And you can keep on turning this until you cut this, and if some toppings fall off, you can just put it back. And this is our pizza. Now we're going to transfer it into a plate. All you do is just wobble it off the pizza stone, just like this.
So this is our super quick pizza. You can try it at home,
And when we get back from lockdown, you can tell my mom, and she will tell us how you did.